one's out, and the Texans have taken the lead. A try here for the extra point. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
On second down now, McAllister, and not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now Roethlisberger to throw, and that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. He spins free, fighting him off. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive maybe. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. On 3rd down, it's Johnson, and he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. A nice 1st down pickup on a gain of 6.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
On 1st down, Johnson. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. It's Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Shaw. Dancing to his left. Complete to Jones. Now we've got whistles. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. yard out of that last completion. And that makes this 2nd and 9. Second and 9 now. And this one's incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to. So out comes a field goal.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this, but the level gets ratcheted.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. He'll drop it off to McAllister as running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set, and racing going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Here we go.
They'll throw now on the final play. Complete. It's Johnson. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where it was the Giants who pick up the victory at home. Hakeem Butler, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, we head down the turnpike to see what's happening with the Eagles at home in Philadelphia. And they were losers in their ball game as they fall to the visiting Washington Redskins. 18-6 was your final. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville, see what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA. 31-14, the final. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. This is McAllister. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Ready? Black 20.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
He will not go down.
Have to retake those ankles.
Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Ready? 70, Indy. Watch a slap, watch a slap. 5.
On first down, it's Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now this throw caught left side. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Ready, set. Check right, 54. Hey, exit. Let's go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And the catch made by Johnson. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. 2nd and 5. Being chased out left. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. Would have put him in the lead, but hold that thought.
Yeah, the celebration had to stop, didn't it? Because now you're on a real uptick. You're in the lead. Instead, you're still behind. Have to find a way to regroup.
Touchdown, Texans. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2.
61, match, go.
They'll let Foster try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Only had a couple of yards to gain